an undefeated mixed martial artist, fighting out of Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa, Cameron MSP.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back with another episode, and look what the cat dragged in. We got Cameron, MSP, Saaiman. How you doing, brother?
I'm great, man. It's great to be back. Great to be back in Vegas, and great to be on the show once again. You know, I think we've been doing it every single time, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we could get you back on this one because for your for the same fight that you booked in and you're in Vegas for right now. You're currently in Vegas. C-Rod was not able to make the fight, so you had to pull out. But you're back on this fight again. But please tell us all about the preparation you've made and the traveling, even acclimatizing early enough to be able to get onto this fight.
We were working very hard on that specific fight, and we were focusing on Christian Rodriguez as an opponent. Unfortunately, he pulled out with a few weeks to go, and so we had to make some quick changes to the fight plan itself. But it's great that the UFC still wanted this fight to happen. I wanted it to happen. He wanted it to happen. So it's gonna all be settled come 14th of October.
I mean, it's round the corner. It's round the corner, and there's one thing that I believe: you get past this fight, which I expect you to. A lot of people, especially UFC fans, MMA fans around the world, will start taking Cameron, Saaiman very, very seriously. They're going to look at you different. Does this fight represent that for you, where is some kind of like leveling up, if you like, in the UFC?
Yeah, every fight is super important for me. This is after this win, I'll be 10-0 as a professional, and it will be before my 23rd birthday. So I think I'm going to continue to do good work in the cage. I'm going to continue to bring exciting fights to the UFC. And, this is going to be, it's going to be one of those fights where I think people will be pleasantly surprised with what we bring to the table. And hopefully they see that we have amazing talent coming from South Africa and from Team CIT. My team and my coaches have been working tirelessly for us to get to this point. And now it's my job to continue the good work. So I'm very excited for the fight. I can't wait. And we are keeping our undefeated streak going.
100%. I mean, you mentioned your gym and your coaches, and a big shout out to Coach Monvisor, your coach, all your teammates down there at CIT, the likes of Dricos, Yako Duplessis, all these guys over there doing great work with you. The height that CIT has gone to since you guys, because for me, even though you've been one of the most successful gyms out there in South Africa, you guys are now seen on the world stage in a big way. How proud does that make you feel to be part of the team that's really, really putting the name of the gym out there? Because it's got to be a gym that everybody wants to have something to do with, and with the notoriety that you guys have now.
Yeah, definitely. I think South Africa is a very proud sporting nation. I think all the sports that we do back in South Africa, we try and take very seriously, and we try and master success in that. We have the Rugby World Cup going at the moment in France. The Springboks are playing very, very well, and the Springboks are heroes in South Africa. There's a lot of problems in South Africa, but it's in some weird way sports bring everyone together, and
100%.
to be able for Dricus and I to do that on a world stage in our sport is absolutely amazing. We see so much love and support for what we do and how we represent the country. So it's amazing. It's a lot of responsibility, but we will continue to put in the work. We'll continue to be as professional as possible, and we'll continue to showcase our amazing talent. And it's been amazing to see the popularity of the gym also grow because of this, because a lot of the guys that didn't think it was possible to make it to this point, they are seeing living examples of that. So that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, man, 100%, man, 100%. And yeah, I wanted to switch gears a little bit. And thank you for your time, because I know you're so busy out there in Las Vegas,
No worries.
preparing for your, for your next bout. But I wanted to talk about your podcast that you've been putting together. We've seen a lot of your work that you're doing out there. You joined us. You've come to the side of the podcasting,
Yeah.
and you've had some really really good guests on, the likes of Dricos, JC Lamprecht, Simon Stevens, Nerik Simos, and JP Kruger. All of these superstars you've had on your show.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about you getting into it? Where you see it going, and all the rest of it, and where people can find it as well, so they can come
Yeah.
and support. They can come and
Yeah.
support you.
Definitely. I think, the MSP show started as a type of podcast where you wanted to chat just about fighting, and which we did for the first, let's say, 40, maybe 40, 45, maybe 50 episodes. It was
Yeah.
strictly about fighting news, and even martial arts as a whole.
Yeah.
And then, I started having these guests on, and that really piqued my interest in delving a little bit deeper into why the people that come onto the show, why they are successful, what they like doing in their spare time. We had Rikus de Beer on now, who is a very, very well-known comedian back in South Africa for the
Right.
Afrikaans, specifically for the Afrikaans community.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
he went on and he built a restaurant franchise, which, there are 24 of them. Before the end of the year, there will be 24 of those restaurants in South Africa. So
Wow.
just very interesting people. Next week, we have former Springbok captain Victor Matfield on the show as well, talking about his career, the Rugby World Cup. So it's all these guys that are from South Africa, that are born, bred, and raised there, and that are just continue to show the excellence of what talent there is, not only in fighting, but also in business, in other sports as well. So it's been absolutely amazing. So you guys can go check out the MSP show on all podcast platforms, or on my YouTube, Cameron MSP Saaiman. And I'm enjoying the episodes a lot. We have some soccer stars, some swimmers, some athletes that are lined up as well, especially when I'm back in the country. And we might have a few surprises at the end of the year as well. Some international guests flying in and joining us for a show. So I can't wait.
That would be absolutely dope. That would be dope as hell. One more thing I wanted to ask you before we get you out of here. The EFC promotion that you used to be a part of, you was a champ over there, still a champ, once a champ, always a champ.
Yeah.
And the way the EFC 107, I wanted to talk to you about EFC 107. Some of the guys that competed on there, really, really good guys. The likes of Tumelo, Gift Walker being new champion after fighting Terrence Balelo. And what did you make of that whole event in itself? How the crowd took to it, all of that. And we know was you in attendance? I think you was in attendance. I'm sure. Was it the one before or?
Yeah,
or
I was at the one before. I wasn't
Yes.
at the last one.
Yes.
The EFC is continuing to do good work in the sense of giving these guys platforms to showcase what they're all about, and hats off again to Gift Walker. I fought him 3 times as an amateur, which a lot of people don't know. He is one tough. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's one tough human being. So he deserves all the success coming his way. He is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in this sport, and he continues to do good work outside the cage as well. So it's the EFC is continuing to give these guys a great platform. I'm also very happy to say that, you know, we at Versus Promotions, we also have a promotional company where we are hosting fight night events, where we showcase some of the top amateur talents. And in the coming months, it's going to be our mission and our priority to showcase professional talents as well. So with the success of martial arts in South Africa, you see this natural progression of you know, the likes of us versus also wanting to showcase some amateur and professional talent. So that makes me super excited, and we cannot wait. Our next event is the 18th of November, and we have sold out 6 events. This is going to be our 7th event, and we'll definitely sell out once again. So I'm looking forward to what is happening in the sport of MMA in South Africa, because it continues to develop, and we have, even at amateur level, we have guys that are star potential. So that makes me very excited.
Yeah, man. I mean, the AFC is growing, and what you guys are putting together, it looks solid over there. You know, like you said, having the likes of Simon Stevens on your show, people like Hotso Bilal Ramopo always has something fantastic to say about yourself. He's a good friend of our show, and where EFC is continuing to go and getting talent out there to even go on to be world superstars like what you're doing right now, because you guys are like trailblazers for a lot of what, you know, people in South Africa really want to do. And it looks fantastic with the work that, you know, that you guys are doing over there. Can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
On your fight, what can your fans, us, because we're your fans, what can we expect from Cameron Saaiman this time? Are we going after the 50 Gs again? Because every time Cameron Saaiman fights, we know there's some kind of bonus on the way for Cameron Saaiman.
Yeah, definitely. You can expect a very fast-paced fight. And, you know, a lot of people in his previous fights thought that Rosas kept on pushing the pace and got tired, especially in his last one. And that was the death of Rosas. One of my biggest weapons is my gas tank. And believe me when I say that that gas tank will be working overtime come fight night. We will be pushing the pace as much as we can. We're going to try and put a lot of pressure on him. I hope he wants to keep it standing so that we have the best chance at getting that bonus. And you will see a finish within 2 rounds.
Oh, fantastic. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So pumped up for this fight. And Cameron, whatever you do, make us proud as you always do. And we're going to be rooting for you over here. You know, we always have. And we want to keep that streak going. We want to keep your win record going, and even your bonus streak. We want to keep that going as well. So you know, please travel safe, be good. Is that the PI? Are you at the PI?
Yeah, I'm at the PI now.
Oh, I can see the background.
Yeah, so let me go that way. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So we're sitting here upstairs.
Pretty cool.
We actually had a massive ping pong tournament, my coach and I. He kicked my ass. So he's 3 sets. He's 3 sets up. So I'm gonna be looking for a comeback today.
and that's one way to definitely keep the cardio going and keep the cardio up.
Yeah. Keep the mind sharp and keep the banter at a high between a coach and his students. So yeah, but thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you for always supporting me. Let's keep the good thing going. So we'll continue to do this.
100%. And hopefully after your fight, we'll like to have you back on the show so we can talk about it and break it down, if that's okay.
Definitely. Let's do it, 100%. Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, MSP, man. Really appreciate you. And up onto the next one, people.